Hello there. So this is vlog number 9, and I actually wanted to just touch on some of the things that I'm doing in the gym at the moment in terms of my powerlifting. So I'll be competing in, I believe, 5 weeks now, which is exciting. I'll be competing in the Welsh Summer Slam. It will be in Synergy in Cardiff, which is amazing because I've never really competed really close to home. So I've competed in Cheltenham, Swindon, and Dover. So quite a range of places, but none of them have been, even when I lived in England, they were still quite a drive away. So it's really interesting in that point of view is that it's going to be a lot of rest for me. So I'm looking forward to that really. I'll be able to sort of wake up at my own home, eat loads of food, weigh in and train. So the weigh-in's going to be in at 8:30, and then the actual lifting will start around 10:30. So this put me in a little bit of a predicament actually. So I'm a big fan of Bill's Breakfast. It's a chain restaurant that you probably heard of. But they do a really nice set of pancakes, and they call them the five. You can get a free stack or the five stack. And I love them before lifting big. I like to go home, just sit down, let that digest, and I feel full of energy. I feel super strong. But it's a bit risky, so I might have to not do that, in terms of time wise. So at the moment, training's been quite good. There's been obviously a huge hiatus where I was having to commute just to train, and I was basically just doing deadlifts. In that period, I'd accrued some injuries in my shoulder and in my knee as well, which is still affecting me, which is frustrating at the moment. But we're trying to push it. So last week, in terms of numbers that I hit 240 for a double, and then some back offs at 220 for 3x3 on deadlifts. They move quite smooth, quite well. I did some SSB, some safety squat bar at 150 for 3 sets of 5, but I had a lot of pain in my knee with that. So I'm wondering whether next week I need to back off on that day. SLD, so straight-legged deadlifts, I also did 2 sets of 8 on 165, and that's a really big movement for me right now to increase that load on that and that stress on those hamstrings and glutes. And I think that'll give me long term will give me a really big deadlift. I also benched 167 for 4. The only criticism I'd give myself is sometimes I'm just rushing that pause. There definitely pauses, there definitely stops. And on the last rep, I'm quite happy because there is a long pause. But I just need to be a bit more diligent in holding that and then pressing through. But overall, really happy because I said, during this lockdown, I wasn't able to bench. So to come back after 6 weeks and be able to bench 167 for 4, which is near a PB, I'm super buzzing with, to be honest. And the back offs were 5 sets of 3 on 155. So strength is good at the moment, and really happy. Squats, like I mentioned earlier, with my knee has been really difficult, but I managed to do 1 set of 10 on 180 kilo, which which absolutely destroyed me, took my life away. In terms of next week, this is now every week of the program will get really exciting. I've got so today I benched 180 for 4x4 with a slingshot, super close grip. And that gives me a really good indication where my bench is going to be over the next couple of weeks. Just handling that load and having that over your head, really, especially having that close grip, because I don't get as much out of the slingshot then. I also did 105 for 4x4 standing shoulder press. Tomorrow I have 190 on the squat, and the rep range is quite open. It says from 5, need to do 5 essentially, but I'll be looking to do from 6 to 8. And the reason why that is, when I first did the program, like I mentioned earlier with my knee, I couldn't squat. So I didn't squat for a long time, and I come back in and I had to take it super slow. So I'll be happy with 6+ on that. So hopefully I'll update next week on that, see how that goes. Then we have 170, so that's another rep range. The actual program says 3 to 4. If I shoot for 4, that'll be a PB, and be really excited then going forward, knowing that I can do 170 before pretty much guarantees me a 190 plus bench. And then 250 on the deadlift for a double, again, with some backups of backoffs of 3 sets of 2 on 230. I am gunning for the Welsh record for the 105 kilo class, which is currently 185. I'm going to try and open on 190, but like every week, I'll just build in confidence and strength. So I'll update you next week, guys.